Hello everyone, Rough Star here, and today we're starting our 7th episode of our No Man's Sky modded Let's Play. I want to start out by apologizing for not uploading much recently. It's because my wife and I actually just adopted a puppy, and so finding free time has been pretty difficult. However, things have sort of settled down, and I will be posting more frequently. I will go ahead and throw a picture of her up on the screen now. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that this video is also a narration. My last Let's Play was a narration as well because the commentary was pretty bad because I was in a rush. But seeing as how it was received well and it's much easier for me to do, I'm going to just be doing these Let's Plays as narrations and kind of use them almost as like a vlog. So I can tell you guys what I'm working on and what I'm thinking about. It's much better this way because I don't have to multitask and it allows me to speak more clearly. It also has the added benefit of allowing me to actually enjoy the game while I'm playing, because I don't have to worry about commenting on everything that I'm doing. The first thing I want to discuss are mod list. It was asked in a couple of my videos to post the mod list in the descriptions, and I can't believe I haven't been doing that from the start. That's completely my bad. It's just one of those things that I think you can overlook when you're starting a YouTube channel. I'm going to go ahead and add the mod list to this video and then retroactively add it to some of my older videos. The problem is that a couple of the mods are no longer available, as well as I'm using a custom mod that I've made myself that incorporates bits and pieces of different mods that don't play well together or that I felt needed to be tweaked in order to fit the playstyle I was going for. But I'm going to go ahead and try to add this to the Nexus, so that way anyone who's playing along can use it themselves. The second thing I want to discuss is I just posted a mod tutorial that shows how to both update and customize mods. I was getting very discouraged while working on it because it took a long time to make, and I felt like it was such a niche video that it wasn't going to get any views. However, as of recording this Let's Play, it's already got over a dozen views with quite a high watch time each, which is really encouraging. And it's also a good sign that people are interested in either customizing mods or reviving some older mods. Because this is really good for the modding community, because the more people that are making mods, the better we'll be able to make the game, because everyone tends to focus on different parts of the game that matter the most to them. And it's really a collection of these mods that I feel solidify the best game possible. The third thing I want to talk about are shaders. It was brought to my attention by a user on our Discord server that this game actually has shaders available, which, if I understand correctly, are post-processing effects similar to what people use in Skyrim. And seeing just how much of a difference some of the post-processing effects make in Skyrim make me super interested to try them out in No Man's Sky. There was a shader called Reshader that was recommended to me by a Discord user. So when I get a chance this week, I'm going to try to install and test out Reshader. And if it makes a difference, I'm going to go ahead and make a video tutorial and teach everyone here how to do it as well. I'm just going to take this opportunity here to throw in a plug for our Discord server. It's a small community of No Man's Sky modded players. We, just share screenshots with each other, share mod recommendations, help each other troubleshoot, just like community stuff. If you're interested, feel free to give it a look. The next thing I want to talk about are the mods I'm trying to add to this playthrough. The first is Black GUI, and it's as simple as it sounds. It just changes the GUI, so instead of being a light blue color, it makes it all black. It just popped up on the Nexus, and it looks really interesting. I just have to test it out a little bit, because I'm pretty sure it'll be incompatible with some of the mods I already have. The next is not a specific mod, but just a idea. I'm looking into terrain manipulation mods. Origins did a lot to help out with terrain generation, but I'm looking for something a lot more extreme. And so far I've seen two mods that have caught my eyes. One is Better Planet Generation Origins, and the other is Origins Enhanced. Both of these mods are significant changes to the game, so I'm hesitant to adding them. So I definitely want to spend some time playing with them before I recommend anything. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully do that between this episode and the next on a different save, and just make sure the game is still stable, the worlds at least still kind of make sense. But if you guys have any recommendations for terrain manipulation mods, please feel free to leave them in the comments, because I'm super interested. That also includes ocean terrain generation. I have seen one mod on the Nexus that claims to deepen the oceans, and that's something I'm super interested in. I would love the oceans to be deep enough that you will drown just trying to get to the bottom of them. And it would kind of make building an underwater base more interesting, as well as making the Nautilus a little more valuable. So I'm gonna hop in here and start talking about the episode. In this episode, we are continuing on the Artemis quest. And at this point, I was given a task to fix the translator, which I need a little additional copper for. I started mining this deposit, and I was doing it really slowly to try to get as much as possible, but then after realizing just how massive it was, I just started tearing it to pieces. And at this point, I scanned and saw that there was what looked like a deposit underground, but I thought it was a mistake, so I pop up here and just kind of dig down to see what was going on. And then in here, in a second, you see copper popped up. I realized, oh my god, this isn't a mistake. There's actually a copper deposit underground. And so I come down here and I see it's like a mixed texture. I have never seen these before. If this is just a random underground spawn, that is awesome. And it would really add a bunch of depth to this game. However, when I got down here, I realized it was attached to a cave. And so I'm wondering if anyone in the comments knows, is this just an addition that spawns on caves, or can these underground ore deposits spawn anywhere? I think it would be a lot cooler if they could just spawn anywhere, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is just something that spawns on top of caves. So since I was underground, it reminded me of Cobalt and of the fact that I can make these ion batteries to help deal with the environmental damage, which has become much more of an issue now that I have upped the difficulty and damage a lot. And I cut it out, but in between like talking to Artemis and coming down here, I actually just went and sat in the starship for a little bit to charge up a tad. The cave I actually ended up exploring looked really good. I'm very happy with what they've done with the underground portion of this game. I don't remember what update it was in. I think it may have been next where they worked on the underground portion, but it makes a big difference. So here, something really interesting happens. Just to prove a point, the vanilla game is so easy that I literally just fly through everything. And so I'm not used to actually being careful, but as you'll see coming up in just a second, 1, 2, dead. So what happened here was I have a mod that greatly increases damage taken, and that includes collision. Now, unfortunately, I crashed when I died. However, when I logged back in, I saw that it saved as I died, so I didn't lose any progress. I was a little worried I was going to be set behind and have to redo everything I'd done in this video, but luckily that wasn't the case, and all I have to do is pick up like you normally would, which is you respawn and you have to go get your stuff. Now, this is gonna sound weird, but I was so glad I died there. It was the first time playing this game where I was like, oh, that's dangerous. I have to be more careful. I have to think about what I'm doing. And I plan on adding that level of threat and danger to every aspect of the game. In the vanilla game, after I got my first S-Class ship, I never even bothered installing any upgrades into it, because right off the bat, I was strong enough to beat everything and was essentially immortal. And this time around, I think there's going to be a lot more reason to invest in upgrades. Same thing with environmental protection and defenses and upgrading our weapons, which is Well, I feel like it'll add almost more longevity to the game because there'll be a purpose beyond your first S-Class upgrade. So here I am just doing a little bit of inventory management while trying to repair the damaged components of the ship. And it's kind of funny because I didn't even know that the ship components got damaged when you died because I had never died before in the base game. So just, just little things I feel like really go a long way to enhance the gameplay. After I finish repairing the ship, I take off and go and grab my inventory and end up making my way to the point of interest. And I must say, I'm kind of surprised that even after I broke my launcher thrusters, they actually maintain their fuel, which I felt like is maybe a little generous, but that's okay. So I just want to wrap up the episode here by saying thanks again, guys, for watching. And I've really been enjoying this whole experience with modding the game and even kind of making a community. And I hope you guys have been enjoying it as well. So that's all for me for now, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one. All right, take care.